Okay, what I have here is an 11 by 17 poster of a series of 3 posters that I had to do for today, and basically based on some of Ovid's love poems, I guess, from 1st century BC. This is, again, 11 by 17 on cardstock. Got a matte finish on it, and you'll notice that around the edges are some white borders that we don't necessarily want. If we were going to frame this, that would be okay. But we're not framing this one. It's going to be shown just like it is. So most printers will allow about a 1/4 inch all the way around. This one's a little bit uneven. You can see there's maybe an 1/8 inch up at the top, a 1/4 inch on the other 3 sides here. So what we're going to do is trim those down. And some printers will actually let you go full bleed, which will spread all the way out to the edges, and you don't have to mess with this. But most printers will not do that, so including most of your home printers. This one was actually printed by someone else. They just don't go full bleed, so a good printer, but I still need to trim it down. So the important thing here is to get you a couple of good rulers, or just one, whatever, that covers the entire span of your document. That 17 inches, this 24-inch ruler right here, metal, and cardboard on the back side, or actually corkboard, sorry about that. That will allow it to slip across the surface without marring anything. You can find these at art supply stores pretty much all over the place. You don't want to use plastic or wood for obvious reasons, because we're going to slide a blade across the edge of this here in just a little bit. And we don't want to carve into the ruler itself, and we want good clean lines. What I use for the actual blade is actually just a Cobalt box knife. It looks like that. I find the angle on it's really nice for me. It's very easy to change out the blades, and you should change out the blades every time you do a cutting project if you're working with really fine projects like this. That way it keeps from bundling up along the edges, or when you're cutting through a box, it all of a sudden just kind of balls up. That does the same thing on paper, and lots of paper is very, I guess, flimsy. And it really doesn't take a lot of stress to mar it and kind of make it ball up. So that's not going to work either. What we're going to do is score a number of times and basically point the knife or the blade at an angle like this, not straight down, but an angle like this, cutting back towards the inside at maybe 30, 40 degree angle, 25, something like that. And score it a number of times and just do it through repetition rather than trying to cut it all at one time. I probably could cut this all in one pass, or each cut could be done in one pass, but it's best not to do that, and we'll go with it like it is. I'm going to start with a 12-inch ruler here on the ends because it's just easier for me to work with. And what you want to do is line it up so that an even amount is showing past the ruler, not much, but some color right here in this little ledge. You want to try to hold the ruler down for the entire length. It's more difficult to do on a longer project, but on this side, pretty easy. So we can hold, or I can hold the whole thing down in one length right there. You're going to turn the blade just a little bit and do a light score. And come back, a little heavier score. And you get the idea. You just kind of keep going like that, and you can feel it cutting a little bit more every time. I'm cutting on a glass surface. That really helps a lot. You don't want to cut on wood or any kind of uneven surfaces or things of that nature. With that one, that's it. Now I did make a lot of passes at that, but you can see that it's pretty clean edge. So there's a little bit of a, I guess, a little bit of powder residue on the end where I scored it, but not